everyone and welcome back to Let's Build. In this episode I start by building off a pier, as you see here. I start by going out with spruce planks and then jotting around wooden logs and then come around here, and as you can see I'll keep on going around with the same design. But I'm not going very fast. This is because I am putting the wood logs down and then using a command to stack them into the sea so that they look like pillars holding it up instead of just floating, stuff. As you see here, once again, just going around with the logs. I messed up there by doing a 1 block gap, as the wood logs are 2 blocks apart. I then copy and pasted the design so it's all even and I didn't miss out on anything. However, I copy and pasted it wrong, so I did it by hand, and then the rain set in, but luckily /toggle downfall is a useful command, lets it go away straight away. But I wanted to build something unique on the pier, so I expanded the pier by almost double, so that I could fit what I want, and you'll see later. Then stacking down the wooden logs again to make it look like it's being held up. And then once again round on the other side, you see me there. But it looked too wooden and doesn't look very stable, so I went around with stone slabs on the sides to give it a more structure, and it didn't look too brown and a bit dirty really. It looked a bit more modern as well. Don't know if you know this, but there is actually an ID for stone slabs. I think it's like I-43. So if you do /give your name, then 43, you actually get that block. But I don't know if it works in normal Minecraft, because I've modded my Minecraft here. As you see, I'm going around with fences once again, so that no one falls into the water. And then jotted around stone slabs, but it looked too much stone then, but I think I had the right balance. Now you see me here building these 3 block high stone slabs. This would be a support for the structure I'm about to build. And in the middle, you see the center point. And then built up the walls to the center point in order to hold it up. Trying to get the design right so it looked even and looked like it was actually holding it up. And then joining it. And then I expanded out on all sides, I think by about 10 blocks. And then joining around with the Minecraft circles, even though I didn't use it, I just guessed. Coming down with cobblestone wall, and then you can see here a skip. But I decided to replace the walls with the fence because it looked too stony, and you want to have a bit of a differentiation in your build. So I went around with the fences again. And then once again doing the supports that would hold up this wheel. And you probably know what it is by now, it's a Ferris wheel. So yep, this design of the pier will be a little fairground if you like. It will have a roller coaster on it as well, and a few stalls. As you can see here, I start building the first carriage. And then go to the top and do exactly the same design but in a light blue colour. I used iron gates as the little holding up things, wooden fences to keep the roof and the bay joined together, and then oak slabs as the flooring. There's room for 1 in the middle of each, so I decided to go around with the other colours. There's the purple one. This is the brown one. Yep, I'm right. And then finally, pink one. And then decided to light up the middle bits, so that in the night, when you're looking out over the beach, you can see the Ferris wheel in its glory. Now, how are the people gonna get onto it? So I decided to build like a little station, going around with fences, and then changing it to stone slabs, to make it a little bit more different from the pier. And then started to build a little booth where you pay the gentleman on the counter money to go onto the Ferris wheel. Or tickets. On the left here, you can see me building a little shack. This will be our very first stall we build. These were like ones where you can like throw like balls into the baskets and win games. And then copy and paste it, and then change the design so that they look all unique. Here I start building a weird moving little stone slab structure. Then rejoining it to make a big loop. This will be a roller coaster. So what this happens is it will go out into the sea a bit, then come back in, but nothing too radical. Stone slabs again as the pillars, and then the tracks, railway tracks for the track. And then started making another station where they can board and get off on the other side. But the roller coaster looked a bit too boring, so I went around with a red wall to make it look more dangerous, and more inviting, and less boring, really. Then came round to the station and added a canopy using orange wool, make a glow sign inside so it's a bit brighter, and using yellow wool as the middle part for decoration. Now you see me here building a wooden structure. This, well, when people visit this pier, they're going to be hungry, right? So they want some place to eat. So I started building a little cafe, or a little grill, where they could come, get their food, and sit anywhere. Using hardened green clay as the roof. And then using a table and chair design with stairs, fences, and then a brown carpet on top to look like the tabletop. Adding another row in, before coming around to the front of the pier once again, to add in sort of like a structure, a banner, to say whose pier this is. Whose pier it is? It's mine, Cappy's. So I'm going to write my name big bold on the front. Moving it central. I then started working on the other stalls, similar to those before, but a tiny bit smaller so they would fit. And I want to put a middle piece in the middle. I'm not sure what quite it is at this yet in the build. Adding in the different wool to make it more unique. Adding in the blue wool for that one. And then tidying up the places I missed. Then repeated the design on this side. Instead, I use yellow wool instead. And then orange wool for this one. And then last but not least, red for this. I started adding in lanterns using a design with 5 block high fences, and then an overhang with glowstone under it and trapdoors around it. I then got inspiration from this design and then started putting it all around, and then started in the middle, but it was even, so I couldn't put them 1 block high, so I decided to do a 2 block and then add them on both sides. Now, when people are at the beach and that, they're going to get tired, so I added a little seating area, which also brought the place a little bit more alive, because you don't want a big massive space in the middle of your build. And then once again, just coming around, same design, the lampposts there, and the little bushes in the middle of the seating area. I then came around to where the cafe is and started on what I thought I wanted to be a hot dog, but instead it sort of looks like someone's about to spill some soup. And as you can see at the pier, yes, it's looking good. I'm pleased with this. It's probably the best bit of my build so far. Sharp turn. And then zooming through the wheel, looping back round, view the great hot dog with the mustard and ketchup carpets on the top. Under the railway roller coaster, and then giving a good view at night time of the pier. Now I go back to the mainland and start by carrying on the line of shops, total same design, but I'm going to twist it around a bit. And it's not a straight road as this one was. And then added the path next to the road. Filling it in with stone slabs. And then using the stack command to zoom it a little bit long to save a bit of time. Then using black wool again to fill in the road with 5 block wide. Now there's a problem with Minecraft. When you do a zigzag or a road like this, it looks narrow, but it is actually 5 blocks wide. And then tracing around with the stone slabs. And then once again to create that intersection in the middle of the road where I can put my lamppost and the bone mill. Again with the other road. I'm not sure what country or whatever country this belongs to, which side of the road they drive on. But because I'm English, I'm going to go with the left side. Sorry. But if you're British, or yeah, good for you. Once again, adding in the lamppost designs with the beacons as lights. The cobblestone walls as pillars and stone slabs as the overhangs. Now here I go off camera a bit, but all I'm doing is going around, fixing up some few things, correcting the sand where the grass was, and then fixing that bit there so it doesn't look too irregular. And then copy and pasted one of my palm trees I made previously in the last episode. Go check it out if you want. And copy and pasted them all along the front, similar to the design of the others. And going around deleting the blocks that I used for the world edit in order to get the region zone. Now you see me off camera here. But what I'm starting to do is doing the lime green lawn mode effect. This is a really pain to do sometimes because you delete the blocks, go forward, delete the blocks, run back, and then place the blocks. But then around about this idea, I clocked the idea that I could just copy and paste the design along. I tried to find the ID for stained clay, but I didn't want to exit the build and leave you guys just waiting there. Now, because Minecraft is mainly blocky, it's hard to do diagonals, so what I decided to do was zigzag, well, make the path go out, and then join back in again with the road, so that I saved the time between the shops diagonally, which would have totally skewed up the design. Once again, doing the mode lawn effect. Now, with this build, it's very hard to do these designer buildings, because they always look very similar, especially in modern times. If you look at a lot of buildings, they look very similar. So what I decided to do was I decided to copy and paste each building I did. And then goes the bigger one. Slightly altering it to make the paths connect. And then changing the wall, the canopy, to make them look like separate shops. I should have told you, but I am better at medieval builds. And as you can see here, start going around to the final look. Thank you very much for watching. Come back next Friday. I hope to see you soon. Bye!